Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA on Saturday, March 19th, 2022. We're going to have NBA player props, spreads, over-unders here for you today. We're going to have two picks that I think are great value bets for the Saturday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are now on the road to 5,000 subscribers. As always, just want to say thank you and that I appreciate all of your support here at the channel. Once we reach 5,000 subscribers, we'll be doing our Parlay giveaway and also giving away a few t-shirts. So really pumped up about that. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page. It's a great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. We'll have a link down below in the comment section and in the description where you can check that out. Like I said, great idea. Great place to chat about sports and to get new ideas for bets. Be sure to also put your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now a quick shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So you'll see this beautiful list here running down the side of me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you're interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there's a link down below in the comment section and in the description. There's also a join button down below where you can sign up for that. Tell you that it works best on a desktop if you so choose to do that. Great way to support the stream and what we do here at the channel. Okay, now a quick recap of the results from yesterday. So for our comment cappers, we had one call out that hit. We had Travis Hortman calling the Scotty Barnes over 25.5 points plus rebounds. So I was able to cash that. Great call out there from Travis. As far as our stream results go, we went 1-3. Definitely struggled yesterday. Really some sad results really across the board. We were able to cash the Nikola Jokic over in points. We missed on the DeJounte Murray over in points. The Spurs just did not compete at all. Right out of the gate, it was 33-7 in the first quarter, and I just knew it was not looking good. No one was scoring for the Spurs, obviously. Murray, was their leading scorer. He tried, but, obviously his minutes got cut because of the blowout. Huge blowout in New Orleans. Not a lot we could do about that. Mavericks were close a lot of the game as far as on our spread. Then they kind of folded later on in the second half. Sixers went on to win by 10. And then we had, finally for our last pick, we had the assist there on Tyrese Halliburton, and he ends up finishing with 7, needed over 8.5. And he had 0 in the first quarter. So finally got it going in the second, but not a lot you can do about that when you're chasing. I thought he could, coming into the fourth, he still had 7 in it with 0 in the fourth quarter and in the first quarter. So, not a lot we can do about that. We're going to get back after it today, though, guys. We're going to get this 2-0. That's why we're here for the bounce back. Let's get after it today. Let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going with D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists here for the Minnesota Timberwolves at -104 odds. So, guys, Russell is 6 out of his last 8 to this line with 2 hooks. So, very solid there for Russell. He's been right there in each of his last 8 games. He's drawn a terrific matchup here with the Milwaukee Bucks, who are allowing the 6th most assists in the NBA to point guards. They're also allowing the 8th most assists overall. So, obviously, we'd love to see that. And Russell here in the last 8 games is averaging 13.3 potential assists per game. And he has an adjusted assist line of 10.7 per game here in the last 8 games. So that's well above the line that we're asking for here, which is what we love to see. And obviously I love the matchup here with the Bucks. Really good stuff. And point guards really have had a lot of success here versus the Bucks recently as well. Last 7 games for point guards have cashed this line. So I'll give you the logs here. De'Aaron Fox had 7. Donovan Mitchell had 8. Stephen Curry had 8. Trae Young had 11. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 14. Cameron Payne 8. And Ayo Dosunmu had 7. That's the last 7 games here versus the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's obviously very solid and what we want to see. So definitely think Russell could get 7 assists here for sure. Playing at home. Playing with a very hot Karl Anthony Towns right now. Obviously, you guys saw here recently they dropped 60 points. So hopefully he just passes him the ball and he gets us some assists that way. Towns has been knocking down a lot of shots from the perimeter and things like that. So we'll love to see that. And honestly, this is a very manageable line. I've seen Russell's line up at 7.5 during the season. So this being at 6.5 at -104 value, really like really love the value on this one as well, guys. Not like we're laying any juice on this either. So love it there, guys. For our number 1 pick, D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists here for the Minnesota Timberwolves at -104 odds. Okay, and finally at number 2, we're going with Isaiah Stewart over 8.5 rebounds here for the Detroit Pistons at +106 odds. So Stewart is 5 out of his last 8 to this line with a hook. He's 13 out of his last 19 with 3 hooks, and he's 6 out of his last 9 on the road with 2 hooks. So he's really been rock solid to this line, and he's drawn a terrific matchup here with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been really bad versus centers lately as far as rebounds allowed. This is the last 5 games for centers versus the Cavaliers. Nikola Jokic, 10 rebounds. Joel Embiid, 17 rebounds. Ivica Zubac, 14 rebounds. Nikola Vucevic, 14 rebounds. Bam Adebayo, 17 rebounds. So, you know, centers have been really good as far as rebounding the basketball here lately versus the Cavaliers. And obviously it has a lot to do with Jared Allen being out of the lineup here for the Cavs as well. Even with him in, the Cavs could still give up rebounds to centers, but obviously with Jared Allen out, it gets even worse. So I think Stewart will be able to have a field day in the paint. And the Cavs here, I'm expecting to be a little bit tired here as well, right? They're on a back-to-back. Could easily see them throwing up more bricks in a game like this where their legs are a little bit tired. So I honestly love that they're on a back-to-back as well. I think we get a little bit of extra equity there. Stewart, in his last 4 games versus the Cavs, is 2 out of his last 4 with a hook. Now, these are his logs in the wins and in the hook. Obviously, he had 8 in one of them, 12 and 16. So I think he's really going to have a great chance here to at least get 10 rebounds. I think the double-double sprinkle really wouldn't be a bad look for this game. You can get some really good value here on a double-double with Isaiah Stewart. But love him to get the rebounds here. Could usually trust him to at least do that. And here for plus value, I don't think you could beat it in a matchup like here with the Cavs, who, like I said, have been really struggling versus centers lately. Points-wise, rebounds-wise, you name it. They've really had a tough time versus centers. Stewart doesn't struggle as far as, the road to home difference. He averages about the same. He averages 8.4 rebounds per game on the year on the road, 8.5 at home. So really no difference there as far as that goes. Stewart is 13th in the NBA in rebound chances in his last 15 games, which is obviously very solid. He's in the top half of basketball. And this is a very reasonable rebound line. This isn't like a typical center line. Typical center lines are like, 10.5, 11.5, 12.5. You see Gobert up there at 12.5, 13.5. Jokic at 13.5. And you got a guy like Stewart here who's still in that upper echelon with a rebound line of like 4 or 5 less, which is really phenomenal when you think about it. Now, obviously, Stewart sometimes doesn't get the same type of minutes that those other guys get, but here, obviously recently he's been playing a lot better and his minutes have been going up. So we like to see that as well. And, obviously I see him having a big game here on the road. He's already had decent success here versus the Cavs, and the Cavs right now are struggling. So love it there for our number 2 pick. Isaiah Stewart over 8.5 rebounds here for the Detroit Pistons at +106 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. As always, just want to say that I really do appreciate you. Today is March Madness as well, guys. Really pumped up about that. Going to be watching those games here today. Looking for the bounce back here. Looking to at least get this 2-0. May have an added play later in the day. I'm not sure yet. Very light slate in the NBA, just 4 games. But my focus today is bankroll manage, guys. I know, obviously we want to set a higher standard than going 1-3, but those days are going to happen. And it's like you can't dodge the bad days forever. Eventually they do come for you. And you just got to be prepared for it and know how to handle it. And not get greedy the next day and just focus on the process. It's all about the process. Trust the process. If you bankroll manage, you should be able to get through times like that and respond, hopefully within the next few days to get back on track. The stuff with the Spurs game last night, stuff like that you just can't control. I mean, the Spurs scored 7 points in the first quarter. There's not a lot you're going to be able to do about that. Nobody's hitting any overs in that game for the Spurs. So if you had anybody, you had Keldon Johnson going over, you had Murray, it didn't matter. It was going to be a rough game. And it's just the nature of the beast, guys. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why that happened yesterday. I can't explain stuff like that, how a team only scores 7 points in the first quarter. That's just ridiculous to me. I really don't get it. And then obviously, some of our other bets just didn't obviously work out for us. The Mavericks just didn't quite get it done there in the second half, and then Tyrese just waited too long to get going. And but I'm focused on today, guys. I'm focused on the bounce back. Let's get this 2-0. Let's have some fun watching the tourney madness. Obviously, we see how St. Peter's won there the other day in the tournament. It's been a lot of fun watching the tournament. So have fun watching that. Other than that, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's get this 2-0. And let's crush it today, guys. Good luck on your bets, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Peace out.